The world is changing faster than ever, and you see the implications of this every single day. You see the creator economy exploding, you see what's going on with AI and with TikTok, and what this does is it creates an opportunity that you can capitalize on in 2025 and in the coming years to make a ton of money by positioning yourself correctly to thrive in this new market, in this new economy, in this new golden era of opportunity. So in this video, I want to go over the top 3 business models, in my opinion, that you could start in 2025. And I'm going to do this in the most unbiased way possible. I'm going to break down the pros and cons to each of these business models. And by the end of this, you should have a pretty solid understanding of where the opportunity is for you this year and in the future years. So let's get into opportunity number 1. And I'm not ranking these in any particular order. I'm just laying them out so that you can make the decision for yourself. The first thing that I have here is going to be TikTok Shop. In 2023 alone, TikTok contributed $24 billion to the United States GDP. That means a lot of people are making a lot of fucking money through TikTok, and that was before TikTok Shop even existed. So first, you'll need some quick context on how these businesses are making a lot of money through TikTok. So let's say you have an e-com brand and you're using TikTok to promote your product. What you can do is build a team of affiliates who will make content about your product for you. They'll put the link to TikTok Shop right there so they can go and directly check out when people watch that video, and then the person who is making that content, the affiliate, which could be you, gets a commission based on every sale that they generate for the brand. So if you want to make money on TikTok Shop, it's pretty simple. Learn how to make content, go find brands that are selling things on TikTok Shop, go make content for them, and you'll get a commission. And shout out my boy Jimmy Farley. He has a coaching program that teaches people how to do exactly that. And the numbers I have seen from his students are unlike any other program. He has people that'll join his program and make 10 or 20K in their first couple months. It's absolutely insane. So the upside is really high. The barrier to entry is quite low because all you have to do is learn how to make decent content and start posting videos on TikTok. And it's a quite scalable business model because the more content you make, the more eyeballs you get, the more products you sell, the more money you make. So because of these reasons, it's a great business to start in 2025, but there are some downsides. First, it isn't particularly a real business. You're not learning super hard skills where you have to go and acquire customers on your own and you have to learn copywriting and marketing and sales. All you're really learning is how to make content, which obviously is a very valuable skill to have, but you can make the argument that it doesn't quite set you up for success long term the way building an agency would, or the way that building a software or e-com brand, something with real enterprise value would. So it's great for cash flow. It's relatively easy to go and make money fairly quickly, but if things change on TikTok or you hit an income ceiling and you just can't break through it, there's not quite a clear path on how you can get to multiple 6-figure months in this business model, and it's not particularly a business model where you're gonna be able to hire a team and outsource a lot of the work as you start to scale, because it is fully up to you. If you want to make more money, you have to go and make more content, get more attention, sell more products. That being said, if you want to make 10K a month as fast as humanly possible, that is one of the best opportunities that you can pursue in 2025. Next here, we have sales. So the high ticket sales model has been around for a while. Basically, you learn the ins and outs of sales and then you go and find online businesses who are selling high ticket products. So that can be an agency or an info product business. And then they bring you onto the team as an SDR or a closer once you're ready, and you can make really good money doing this. So the pros to it are, 1, you only have to learn one skill. If you get really good at sales, you can go find an opportunity tomorrow. So that makes it super low barrier to entry, and your main job is to find the best business possible that you could close for. If you do this well, you can make 10, 20, 30K a month closing for an online business, and it's a great way to get your foot in the door and start making money online. But there are cons to it as well. First, if you really want to make a ton of money, you're gonna have to spend all day on the phone talking to prospects. And because of this, you don't really have that much time freedom. You have to be there sitting at your desk, talking to people, taking calls, closing deals. The second con is you're not in complete control of your income. So if something goes wrong on the marketing side of that business, let's say they're just not getting enough leads or the leads are really unqualified, your income is gonna fluctuate. And you don't control a lot of the variables that can increase your income. So while it's easy to learn sales, because it is low barrier, because it is simple for somebody to get into, you don't have a ton of leverage. And that makes it so that you might hit a certain number in sales. Let's say you get to 15K a month and the business is operating at that level. If you want to go and make more money, there's not really any levers that you can pull to do so. Again, you're at the whim of the business owner and them taking the actions that they need to grow the business, get more leads into the business, and you just don't have control over that. So I've seen a lot of my friends who got into online high ticket sales, they'll eventually hit an income ceiling and be like, okay, what's next? I don't really have a clear path to making more money here. I have to go learn other skills and find a way to create more leverage so then I can get off phone calls all day and start making more money. So if you take it upon yourself to learn adjacent skills that could potentially help that business, let's say you get really good at Zapier or building CRMs, or you start to understand the marketing side and copywriting and all of that, that's how you could go and actually start to increase your income and break through that ceiling. But with sales alone, you are a bit limited, and that doesn't mean that it's not a great way to go and start making money online, but eventually you will probably hit a cap and be like, okay, what's next? How do I break through this? And so lastly here, we have opportunity number 3, which is info product agency. So this is what I do and what I teach inside of my coaching program, and obviously I'm gonna have a little bit of a bias towards this business model, but I'll try to remain as objective as possible in this assessment. So basically the way an info product agency works is you take somebody who has a big personal brand and they're making educational content about a specific niche that other people would pay to learn more from them. They build a coaching program, and then your job as an info product agency would be to go and help them make more money doing exactly that, selling more coaching. You'd be helping them with things like email copywriting, sales pages, funnels, video sales letters, offer creation, their entire sales process, any of the following you can help them with. And because you can wear all of these different hats inside of their business, that gives you a lot of leverage to potentially get them on a rev share. You can get 10 to 20% of the revenue that you're helping them make. So if you get them to 500K a month, you could potentially make $50,000 to even $100,000 with just one client. So the pros here, first, there's a lot of upside. If you get a really good client and you help them scale, you can make a lot of money. And you're gonna be building integral skills that will help you in any business that you ever run. You'll get really good at copywriting, you'll get really good at marketing, you'll understand a sales process, you'll understand automations, and these are invaluable skills that will pay you forever. You'll become a real asset and somebody who is capable of making a lot of money, and it ensures that you can never be broke again. Personally, with this business model, I scaled past $100,000 months with just 7 clients. Some of my biggest clients are making anywhere from $500,000 to $700,000 a month. And this has allowed me to make a lot of money without being tied to my desk all day, without having to sit on phone calls or make content myself like you would have to do with TikTok Shop and just hope that something goes viral. Now, there are some cons to this, obviously. First, the barrier to entry is a bit higher than both TikTok Shop and sales. You will have to get really good at copywriting. You'll have to get a basic understanding of the info product space and how it works so that you feel like you're competent and you're ready to go reach out to potential prospects, get them on the phone, close the deal, and start to scale with them. So I'm not saying you can't do this as a complete beginner, but it is a bit harder than just learning sales or just learning content creation for TikTok Shop. The second con to this model is there are still some variables that are outside of your control. For example, if you have a client and you're handling everything on the back end, their job is just to make content and get a lot of eyeballs, no matter how much you do on the back end, no matter how good the VSL is, how good your funnels are, how good your email copywriting is, they have to be making content. They have to be getting more eyeballs and getting more people into this funnel so you can both make more money. And sometimes that variable isn't entirely in your control. That being said, you could go and then offer them help with their content. You could script short form videos for them or long form videos for them, or you could just help them stay accountable and keep posting consistently. But again, it is just a lot to learn if you are a complete beginner, not to say you can't do it and you won't have wild success in it. You just have to understand that you're actually gonna have to get really good at a variety of skills, and you're gonna have to develop a solid understanding of how to sell coaching programs online. So again, this is the business model that I am biased towards. It's made me all of my money, but I also understand that there are cons that come with it. That being said, if you want to learn exactly how I've built my agency to 6-figure months and I've been able to work with a lot of the big personal brands that you see online, you can go to the description now and apply for coaching with me. So the main point I want to make here is that any of these business models can work. There are pros and cons to all of them, but if you're focusing on a business that's outside of these 3, you're likely climbing an uphill battle. You're likely making it more difficult on yourself than it has to be. And if you want to make as much money as you can as fast as possible, typically you're going to want to do one of these two business models because you don't have to learn a ton. The barrier to entry isn't that high. But the cons that come with both of these is that it doesn't really set you up long term with a hard skill set that you can translate into a new business. And there's a lot of variables outside of your control, so you're not in complete control of your income. Whereas an info product agency, there's less variables outside of your control. And you will learn so much in running this business that if you reach success in it and you want to go start a completely different business, everything that you learn here will set you up for long-term financial success. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Those are my top 3 business models in 2025 and the pros and cons associated with them. Weigh your options, see what sounds like a good fit for you, and then dive in. Don't get shiny object syndrome and just jump from one business model to the next. If you commit to any of these 3 business models, you can make a fuck ton of money this year. You just have to actually commit to it and decide that you are going to be a learner, you are going to perfect your craft and get as good as you possibly can so that you can go and make a ton of money. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share this with your grandma, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.